All right. Time for a little Take Junk talk. It's been a while since I've done a video regarding Take Junk, my junk removal company that is in Massachusetts. So, right now, if you're watching the video, we're going to talk about how to get rid of mattresses. Starting in November of last year, in 2022, Massachusetts put a ban, a waistband item, new waistband item, mattresses, box springs, anything with cloth, clothing, textiles. You can't throw it out in your trash anymore. And I'm going to break it down real quick for you guys so you can understand how to get rid of it. Mattresses being the biggest problem. It's a nightmare. Mattress nightmare. Now, Take Junk services Massachusetts up to, let's say, southern New Hampshire, let's say all the way down to maybe, I don't know, maybe Canton. Sometimes we go a little bit further. Sometimes we go to Taunton or Rehoboth because my son lives there if I want to drive my truck down there. Say we go out as far as Worcester, depending on the job. You could call 844 Take Junk, or you could go to takejunk.com and you can book online. I'd rather you go to takejunk.com and book online. But if you're like from California, Florida, I had a guy from Minnesota book a job that listens to Spazzing Out America's podcast. My podcast, Spazzing Out America's podcast, you can check that out at Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you get your podcast, you can check out Spazzing Out. The Take Junk Talk videos will be posted on Take Junk if you want to go back and take a look at it. Obviously, well, you can probably get it on my other platforms as well, but for the purpose of this video, I'm going to post it on takejunk.com so that you can go back and look, and I'll try to get right to it so that we don't waste everybody's time. Here's the deal. You can't get rid of mattresses anymore. You can't get rid of box springs. You can't get rid of clothes, rugs, anything that has textile on it. Doesn't mean you still can't have it removed. You just can't put it in your regular trash anymore. Or at least you can't get caught doing it. Like, for example, I guess if you bagged up the clothes and you threw it into the bucket and Waste Management came by, they're going to take it. I mean, the guys are going to rip the bag open. But Massachusetts doesn't want you to do that. And trust me, they will come after you for it. If I dump the stuff and I'm not supposed to, I'm going to get in trouble. If Waste Management dumps the stuff, they're going to get in trouble. So what they want you to do is recycle the mattresses. There are mattress recycle centers. There are. So if you have a mattress, if you have clothes, you could donate it. You could take it to a donation. Now, here's the thing. A lot of places will not take a mattress to be resold. Basically, no one. A lot of places don't really like to take clothes unless they're lightly used or clean clothes. But you could drop them off at one of the bins and bounce out and no worries about it. Now, you could take your mattress to a recycle center. There are a bunch of them in Massachusetts. Well, there really aren't a bunch of them. Let's say there's 10. And it's going to cost you your time to drive it there. So I don't know how, I mean, do you have a car or something that can take a mattress? And then it's going to cost you anywhere from $50 to $100 for them to take it from you. Now, some cities are still taking it, but they have to do the same thing. The price is going up. The dump, for example, I personally, I have no reason to lie to you. I personally pay anywhere from $100 to $200 to get rid of a mattress. What does this mean? That's when I go to the dump, when a junk removal company goes to the dump, when anybody goes to the dump, you get charged weight first. So, for example, I roll my truck on the scale, and they typically charge by the ton. Their minimum is a ton. The mattress does not weigh a ton. I mean, some are pretty heavy. They might weigh 200-300 pounds or something like that, but they certainly don't weigh 2,000 pounds. But the dump doesn't care. They're automatically charging you by the ton. So obviously, you'd like to go there with the full truck or a lot of stuff on it. But let's just say I needed to get rid of the mattress and I had to take it to the dump. The dump's going to charge me anywhere from $100 to $200 for that mattress, and they're going to charge me the weight. So their minimum, if their minimum is a ton, they're going to charge me for a ton of material, the tonnage, and they're going to charge me the $200 or the $100. Because a lot of people are getting upset. They don't understand when they call and I say, oh, you know, we don't take mattresses. I mean, we do take mattresses. The issue is the customers are getting upset with us because they're like, whoa, you need $100? You need $150? $200 on top of my fee. I need that on top of what I charge for junk removal. And people can't understand it. And so I want to explain it to you. Massachusetts, Rhode Island, and California, and everybody else is going to get on board, have made it really difficult for you to get rid of a mattress. Now, should mattresses be recycled? Yeah, they should. They have metal in them. They have textile on the outside. That's the cloth. they have cotton or they have foam inside it. It can all be repurposed. There's no reason for that to end up in a landfill. None whatsoever. It honestly takes up a ton of space. The dumps don't like it. Nobody likes it. They want to recycle it, but it's a pain in the ass, and it costs money to recycle it. It costs labor to recycle it. Nothing is for free. So the old way it used to go is you take it, throw it on a truck, bring it to the dump scoops it, puts it on another truck, and it ends up in a landfill. Now that takes a little bit of labor, but not as much labor as now I pick it up, I drive it to the dump, I dump it inside of the bays. Then they have to have some guy cherry pick the thing out, drag the mattress over to a different location, put it in a completely separate location for it to get hauled to a completely separate area. So they, instead of going to their normal route, which is to whatever dump or whatever landfill or whatever Wheelabrator, wherever it's going, they have to take it to a mattress recycler, and then the mattress recycler has to tear it apart and take it and break it into pieces. So do you see how much more expensive? Do you see how many more hands now touch the mattress? A lot more hands. And same thing with clothes. Same thing with anything that has textile on it. Same thing with box springs. This is why you're going to see the price of getting rid of mattresses, box springs, and clothes go through the roof, because they don't want it in landfills, and therefore you need more people to get the job done. So a lot of cities, municipalities, you can call them and you can buy a sticker and you can put it out there, but that's going to go up. Currently, you're not going to see it that high because there are certain contracts. So, for example, Waste Management may have a contract with your city that is already in place that doesn't account for the extra cost in the mattress. Their next contract, when they redo it, it most certainly will. So the next time around, when you're calling your city and you're wondering, whoa, I used to be able to get rid of mattresses for free. Whoa, I used to buy a sticker, it was $10. My God, I used to be able to get rid of it for $50. Well, now you're going to be paying anywhere from $100 to $200 just to get rid of a mattress. And if you have to call a junk removal company, they have a minimum pickup fee. So, like, for example, my company has a minimum here. I don't even care. Typically, my minimum fee is $200 just to be there. And you might say, "Wow, $200 just to be there." Yep. I got 2 guys. I got a truck, gas, fuel, insurance, and I'm 100% insured with workman's comp, general liability, and auto. You have to have all of them for my guys to show up. Oh, $200, I don't even make money. I'm losing money by showing up at 2. When I get there, I don't want you to have the minimum. I'm like, please load up my truck. But now, let's say you get the minimum and I have to show up. I got to grab a mattress. So I'm charging you the 2 to be there and at least $100 for the mattress. And I might not even make money on that. I might not even make money on it. But I would do it if you wanted me to do it. But I would suggest, here's what I would suggest you do. If you have a mattress, box spring, something like that, call the city. Say, hey, do you guys still take mattresses? If they do, get the sticker, put that thing on the street. Now, if you have other things that you need to remove, you have a decent amount of junk removal, you have a half truckload of stuff, a full truckload of stuff, a quarter truck, you have stuff to get rid of, then it makes sense to have a junk removal company come out. They'll do the work for you. They'll load up the truck and you can put the mattress on top and it'll cost you a little bit of an extra fee. But if all you got is the mattress, call the city, see if they'll get rid of it for you. Or you could go the very difficult route of cutting the thing up yourself. But here's the issue. You still got to get rid of the spring that's in the middle, and that thing's massive. You still got to figure out how to cut up the foam in the middle, and that thing's massive. It's not worth your fucking time. The other thing you could do is, if you're buying a new mattress, ask the company that you bought the new mattress from if they will take the mattress for you. Your old mattress. Do a mattress swap. It's a nightmare. They've made it really difficult. So there you have it. It's very simple. In Massachusetts, there is a waistband item, a new one, on mattresses, box springs, anything that's made with textile. You can't throw it out anymore. It's difficult to get rid of. They don't want it in a landfill. They're going to make it be recycled. And listen, probably should be recycled. But it just makes it more costly to have it removed. It's going to cost you more money to get rid of it. Now, there are other items on that list. TVs, for example, are a waistband item. You can't put them in a landfill. That's why they have an extra fee. Tires, you can't put them in a landfill. That's why they have an extra fee. There are a lot of things. I mean, basically, bro, you can't throw anything out anymore unless it gets recycled. And if it's getting recycled, everybody thinks like, oh, recycled, it doesn't cost anything. No. Oh, recycled, it costs way more. When you're recycling something, a lot more hands get involved, a lot more labor is involved, and it costs a lot more money for me to bring it to the said recycle center. Costs a lot of money. And then again, you could try to you personally could try to donate it, but you'll even find that places like Savers, the Salvation Army, Big Brother, all these places, they're very selective on what they will take nowadays. Very selective. All right, there you have it. Listen, book right here. You can book right on takejunk.com if you have junk removal needs. If you have any questions, you could call me, email, whatever you want to do. Use Take Junk, 844 Take Junk, or go to takejunk.com. We'd be happy to help you guys out. Thanks for checking this video out.